3 sections this chapter, so what we do today, pretty important for the test, right? So if you don't understand it, good to follow along. Somebody help me out and tell me the problems.
First, first 6. So determine the relationship.
Oh, I mean, what were the numbers?
29
21?
through 34. 29 through 34. 37, 42, and 46.
37 through 42,
42.
and then 46?
Yeah.
Start there. So watch carefully on this. I know we didn't get to go over it completely like I'd like to. 29. I'll draw this picture up here real quick that they use on 29. Yeah, that's terrible. It actually comes straight down like that, doesn't it? Did I get everything?
No.
What am I missing?
8.
Thank you. On these kind of problems, what I would do, I mean, you didn't have to do it this way, but it's supposed to be a K. Remember back in 3rd and 4th grade when you had that big circle? What'd you put in that big circle? Less than or greater than. All right, so that's what I would do. I'd write it out that way, then put that in there. How many triangles in this picture? Levi, how many triangles in that picture?
3.
Close.
4.
You got 1, 2, 3. This one could go together and make a 4th one, right? All right, so we'll call this one the one on the left, middle, one on the right, and then we'll say the big one for the other one, so that we have just sort of names for them. Angle KAJ and angle AJK. Angle KAJ, Robert, where's angle KAJ? Which triangle is it in? One on the left, one on the right, one in the middle, big one, one on the left, so this one right here. So if I split off this triangle, look something like that maybe. That's J, A, K, this side's 8, this side's 17, this side's 11. Our theorems that we had last time said if the longer side's always across from the bigger angle, or the bigger angle's always across from the longer side. Shorter side's always across from the shorter angle, so on, so on, so on. So here, angle KAJ, that's that angle right there. Which side is it across from? Just give me the number. 8. So I'd put the 8 right underneath that. Angle AJK, that's this angle. Which side's it across from? 11. So which of these two angles has to be the bigger of the two? AJK. Does everybody see that? So what symbol do I put in here? Remember, you're either using less than, greater than, could be equal to if they happen to be equal. These aren't, but less than. you wanted to write it out for 29, the way you'd write it out is to say, you could say something like angle KAJ is smaller than angle AJK. Does that make sense to everybody? Chloe, that make any sense?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
Next one, number 30, angle MJY and angle JYM. All right, David, which triangle is those two in? Left.
MJ1.
Do what?
MJ1. The big one.
The big one, thank you. So this one right here, right? Now watch carefully as I draw off this triangle. Chloe's gonna help us out. J, M, Y. How long is segment JM, Chloe? Now you gotta be careful. How long is segment YM?
Oh, yeah, 9.
YM.
Oh, I was looking at JY.
We'll get to that one here in a second.
Right?
YM. How'd you get that? Now, how long is segment JY? Now, this angle, MJY, MJY, which side is it across from, Wade? That angle right there, which side? Just give me the length of the side. So we know that goes with 13. Now Wade, JYM. JYM, sorry, I went the wrong way. JYM, that's this angle. Which side is it across from? So which one of those angles has to be bigger, Tristan? This one? So what symbol do we put in here? Since this side was, since the 13 was bigger than the 10, that angle has to be bigger than the other angle. (31) angle SMJ and angle MJS. Oops, got my angle. All right, Keith, which triangles those two angles in? This one over here?
Yeah.
All right, so if I split off that little bitty one, like something like that maybe. J, M, S. How long is this side, Keith?
11.
How about this side?
That's
How about this side?
10.
All right, SMJ, Max, SMJ, that's this angle. Which side is it across from? 11. And MJS, that's this angle up here. Which side is it across from? 3. So greater than. 32. Oops. JAK. Angle JAK. Let's triangle both those in, Chloe. Wait until I can lay his head down now. I'm just gonna start calling it random. Which triangles both those angles in? AKJ and JAK. Left, right, middle, or the big one? Left. So this one over here again. So we split off that triangle. Notice every time, do I enjoy drawing these triangles? No. Drives me nuts, especially when my pen doesn't work very well. How come I do it? So you can see it. You gotta be able to see it. You gotta split the stuff off. If you don't, you're not gonna understand it. All right, wait, tell me how long this side is.
Still don't even know where we're at. Just look at the big triangle on the very edge.
Focus up here. Got this?
8,
How long's this side?
17,
How long's this side?
right?
All right, Levi, we want angle AKJ. That's this angle right here. Which side is it across from? We'll put 17 with that.
And then 8.
The other one, JAK, is across from the 8.
Greater than.
So what symbol?
Greater than.
Greater than. So this angle that's across from 17, this angle right here has to be bigger than that angle. Now, do we know what the measures of them are? No, we don't have a clue. One of them's 50, one of them's 30, whatever they are. We don't have any idea exactly what they are, but we know that this one has to be bigger than this other one. 33. I really don't want to read it.
It's a pretty thick ratio you got there. It's pretty high tech.
Still with us, David? Are you dying? Didn't go to bed last night?
My sister.
Sister went to the hospital?
My sister's baby. He has OSV. How old's your sister?
Still there?
19. Okay, I thought it was.
Still there? All right, David, which triangle are those two in? MYJ and JMY. I think it's the same one I asked you about last time.
Yeah.
Which one?
It's the big one.
The big one.
That's the sister that you talked about.
See if Chloe remembers anything. I'll just ask her the same question. How long's this side in that big triangle, Chloe? 10? How about this side?
7, no, 13.
How about this side?
7.
Which side's across from angle MYJ, Tristan? Which one is it? 10? I didn't hear you. Which one's across from JMY? What symbol's gonna go in there, Keith?
Less
Shh. 34. Angle JSY and angle JYS. Which triangle are those in, Robert?
Okay, no. My question was, okay, how can two triangles have this different measurements? Like if you make a triangle, it's actually like in real life only like 8 inches, and then you make a different triangle, it's like 12, but they both say that's only 8 inches. Can it still be that or not?
You just lost me.
So you make a triangle that's 8 inches.
Yes, like, that's.
You can say whatever you want, I guess, but if I, if I tell you that that's 5 inches long, well, it's not in reality, it's not 5 inches long.
Oh, yeah. But like, on that triangle, like, the one said it was 10 on bottom. Well, but then the smaller triangle said it was 11. If it's a smaller triangle,
The
what's
small,
the one on the left?
no, that was this triangle.
Yeah, and then the big one, oh.
It's 13.
Yeah, because.
This big whole thing here is 13. This middle one right here
It's 10.
is just 10.
Yeah, but when the smaller triangle would be longer than 10. But when.
No, it's just 10 inches.
This one?
Yeah,
It does say it's got 11 on this side.
yeah. Never mind.
You can label anything, you know?
Yeah, okay.
I think he's
Right.
trying
Yeah.
to confuse us.
Again, don't go by my picture,
Yeah.
because it's probably not drawn to scale. So, angle JSY and angle JYS, which triangle are they in? Robert?
Oh, well,
Yeah, I'm not going away from you, I'm still calling you.
I didn't know. JYS again. It's 10.
Which triangle?
Oh, it's no one.
Middle one, alright, good. So we got this, let's split it off. Got J there, Y there, S there, right? So this side is how long?
10,
This side,
11.
this side? Help him out, Chloe.
17.
17. Now we want angle JSY. Which side is it across from, Levi?
17.
And angle JYS is across from what, Wade?
Good.
What symbol goes in there? Greater than. So this angle has to be bigger than that angle.
That's like, symbol is the opening of the bigger number.
Right. Wherever the opening is always goes towards whichever one is the bigger of the two. Problem 30, that was the last one on that, right? Problem 37. 37 does the same thing, but now instead of giving you angles, it's giving you sides or segments. So 37, ZY, segment ZY, and again, I'm gonna go back to the 3rd grade method and put the circle there, just make it easier. See if I can draw this picture.
One, two votes today.
T. Is that a Y down there at the bottom? I can't read it in my book. Is that supposed to be a Y?
Yeah, it's a Y.
Did I miss anything? Is that everything? All right, first thing we're gonna do. Do we know all these other angles? So let's find them. And we'll put some numbers in here, 1, 2, 3, 4. We should be able to find every one of those angles. Pick an angle for me. Wade, pick an angle for me. 1, 2, 3, or 4. One that we want to find first. An easy one. 1. How can you find angle 1?
Subtract 91.
It,
Then for 2.
yeah, that would be for 2. How could you find angle 1?
Subtract from 81.
I mean, 90 from 100.
What do you know? That right there is what kind of angle? 180.
Subtract from 80.
So 180 minus 91, might want to get out some calculators.
There's 39, isn't
What's 10 minus 1? Tristan, what's 10 minus 1? 9. 7 minus 9? Can't do it, can you? So you gotta borrow. What's 17 minus 9? 8. So what's the measure of this angle, angle 1 right here? 89. Give me another angle we could find there. Pick another angle. You probably want to make it easy one so that when I ask you the second follow-up question, you can answer it, right? Number 2. How could we find angle 2, Keith?
There you go. 89.
Subtract 89 and 66
All right, so we could add these two up, subtract them from 180 because we have a triangle over there. Do we have to do all this?
No. What was the other?
Yeah, otherwise we're not gonna be able to answer questions, and this is where you guys get yourselves in trouble. Because do you wanna do, did they tell you to find the angles? No. So you wanna look at it and just give the answer right away. Well, sometimes you gotta do the little extra work to start you off. 89, 66. All right, Robert, I'll let you answer now. Don't take off your boots. 6 plus 9 is what?
it?
You're the only one that got that, Max. 8 plus 6 is what?
14.
Plus 1?
15.
So that's 155. We subtract that from 180. Borrow here. 10 minus 5. Wade, what's 10 minus 5? 7 minus 5. 1 minus 1. So what's the measure of angle 2 right here? Anybody? 25.
73.
Everybody read that?
Mhm.
25.
Mhm.
Give me another angle.
73.
As long as your eyes are getting droopy, Wade, I'm gonna keep calling on you. So, again, you might wanna stand up, get yourself loose, whatever. Yeah. Get yourself some of this, something.
Jump up and down.
Alright, pick me an angle, Chloe.
Number 3.
How you gonna find number 3, Chloe?
That's how Levi do it.
No, let's have you do it. Come on, hurry up.
45.
Look, what do you have right here, Chloe?
Oh, 45 plus 35.
45 plus 95. What are you gonna do with that once you do find that answer?
Minus 30.
Subtract it from 180 because 3 angles of a triangle should add up to 180. 5 plus 5 is what? Carry the 1. 9 plus 1 plus 4. 14. Subtract that from 180. Do you really have to write that down?
No.
Hope not. What's that give you?
40.
40. What's the last angle we got to find there?
4.
Angle 4. How are we gonna do that, Robert?
43 plus 97. And then minus it by 140.
10, 140. Subtract that from 180. So what's angle 4?
40.
Do we know all the angles now?
Yes.
All right, Tristan. We're looking at segment ZY and segment RY. Which triangle? Again, we'll go this way. Left, middle, right. I think that's all we have this time, isn't it? There is no other triangle. So left, middle, or right? Because you can't put two of them together and make another triangle, can you? So left, middle, or right? Which triangle is segment ZY and segment YR in, Tristan? Middle one. So we split off that middle one. Again, Robert, this goes back to, notice, when I draw this triangle and I draw this triangle,
Yeah.
does it have to look exactly the same? No, because we're just using it, right? That's 40, that's 95, that's 45. Segment ZY is across from which angle?
Or
Angle R, right here, right? So what's the measure of that angle?
45.
Segment YR is across from which angle? Which one of those segments has to be the longer segment then? This one over here, right? So the greater than symbol goes in there. 38. Segment SR. And segment ZS. All right, Levi, which
Right.
one on the right?
Yeah.
So that's that one over there, it looks something like that. Z, S, R. That's 40, that's 97, and that's 43. SR is across from what?
That's over copies. 43.
43.
And
ZS is across from,
R.
which is how much?
Now the greater.
39. RZ and SR. Which triangle, Max? So I'm gonna put drawing them out. So we have this, right? RZ is here, which, what's it across from? 97. Before we go any farther, it's across from a 97-degree angle. What do you know about it? What's true about the 97-degree angle? It's gotta be bigger than any of the other angles, right? If it's 97, that's an obtuse angle. How many obtuse angles can a triangle have? One. So we know that ZR has to be the
That's greater than.
longest side, or RZ has to be the biggest side, even without looking at the rest of them. So in other words, if I gave you this triangle, A, B, C, and I told you this angle up here was 100 degrees, do you need to know anything else to know which side's the longest side in that triangle? No, it's gotta be the one across from that 100-degree angle, because none of the angles can be any bigger than that. 40. ZY and RZ. Which triangle's that in, Keith? ZY and RZ. ZY and RZ, which triangle are they in?
No.
I'm gonna remember that I owe you a detention for missing so many homework assignments here in a minute. Look for segment ZY, where's it at? Where? I'm gonna point and you tell me when I get to it.
right
That one?
No.
There, right? ZY? Where's RZ at? So ZY is across from which angle? 45. RZ is across from which angle?
95.
So we don't mind here what it is.
So which one's bigger?
RZ.
So what symbol goes in here? 41. TY and ZY. Which triangle are they in, Wade? TY and ZY. One on the left right here. TY is right here. What's it across from, Wade? Which angle? Which was 25, right? Okay, can't hardly read my 25 up here, but ZY is right here. Which one's it across from? So what symbol goes in here? 42, TY and ZT. Same triangle, right? TY goes across from 25. What's ZT across from, anybody? 66. What symbol's gonna go in there? Problem 46. Then we're gonna have David come up here and work all the rest of them on the other page. Problem 46, find the value of n, list the sides in order from shortest to longest for the given angle measure. Triangle PQR. So again, look, Robert, did I draw any special triangle?
No.
No, because I don't have a clue how long each side should be or anything, right? Somebody help me out, tell me what they tell us. What they tell us, Tristan, problem 46.
The angle P is 9
Say it loud.
9n plus 29.
9n plus 29. Keep going.
And Q is 93 minus 5n.
92 minus 5n,
This 93.
93. All right.
And then R is 10n plus 2.
As soon as I see all that, what am I going to do? Probably the next thing you're going to do is what? What are you going to do next, Levi?
You make you do 9n plus 29 plus 93 minus 5n plus 10n plus 2 equals 180.
All three of the angles should add up to equal 180, right? How many ends, Chloe? Look through there and let's gather up the ends. I'll help you out and put the end down.
Hey, quiet, I got this. 19, right?
19? What'd you forget to do?
Minus 5.
Got those? Got to put them all together.
14.
So 14n. Regular numbers. They're all positive, right? So what are you going to do with them all?
Yeah,
Just add them all up. So whichever way is easiest, it doesn't matter. I'd probably take the 2 and add it to the 29. What's that give you? 31. Then what's 93 and 31 give you? 124.
Minus 24.
What do I do next? Keith, what do I do next?
I do that. That's last step.
Take away 124 on both sides. What's that give us?
156.
What is it?
14n equals 156.
I don't think so.
Not 156.
10 minus 4 is what?
Oh, okay, yeah, 56. Okay. That's right there.
Then the last step, what's the next thing I do?
Divide by 14.
Divide by 14. What's 56 divided by 14?
4.
6,
Four.
4.
4.
I think I wanna listen to Robert. Should I?
No.
Alright. Robert just yelling out answers, thinking he can do 14 divided into 56, when if I ask him how many times 3 will go into 6.
2.
Alright. Don't yell out answers. Get out a calculator or take your pencil.
doing calculator? Calculators are slow.
It's better than getting it wrong, isn't it?
calculator.
Uh-huh, but it doesn't get as many answers right as a calculator. Now, what are we gonna do with that?
Plug it in.
Plug it in. Let's do this one looks easy. 10 times 4 plus 2, so that angle right there is 42 degrees. 9 times 4, 36 plus 29. Add them then. If you don't like using a calculator, Robert, then you could write it down on the paper there.
You're coming out the yellow amount, so.
No, you could write it down and make sure you're getting the right answer, then yell it out.
Just 65.
65. Now this one over here, 5 times 4,
20.
93 minus 20.
73.
Now, did they tell us to go through and find all those angles?
No.
No, they told us to list the sides in order from what? Shortest to longest.
Well, QR,
So which one's the shortest side?
PQ is the shortest.
PQ is the shortest,
And then.
because it's across from the 42-degree angle, right?
QR is middle.
QR, the one that's in the middle,
PR is the biggest.
because it's across from the 65, then the one across from the 73 is the biggest. Is there any other way we could have gotten to that? No, we had to go through and do this work. All right, so you had to go through and find the angles and show which angle's the biggest, which one's the smallest, and then that tells you which side has to be the longest and shortest. Do we have any idea how long PQ actually is? No. Let's look at this. What if I gave you this triangle, and I told you this angle right here was 40 degrees, we'll call it ABC, and this angle's 80 degrees.
That means BC will be bigger than AB.
That means BC's got to be bigger.
And then AC is.
Now, where a lot of people get themselves in trouble, just because,
And then AB is the middle.
does this have to be, does this one have to be, does this side over here have to be double that side because the angles were double? It doesn't work that way, all right? We just know that it's bigger than it.
And then
This
AB
side could be 12, and this side over
could
here,
be
10, all right? But it doesn't have to be double just because the angles, and it doesn't, the other way, it doesn't work either.
10. Alright, AB will be 11.
It'd have to be somewhere in between
Yeah, so 11.
those two. Could be 10.5 maybe,
Oh, yeah.
huh?
I said, yeah. Or 11.5.
Or 11.42,
But 11.8.
or 10.015. All right, flip over to the other page very quickly. Was it 264? Triangle inequality theorem on the quiz. The triangle inequality theorem says what? One Levi didn't want to bother to write down that I thought was sort of silly since I let him use his book, right?
One side is
I know that.
and both sides are together, that won't work.
I never wrote out your book.
Huh?
I never wrote out your book.
You use your notes, your book is there somewhere. The triangle inequality theorem says any two sides of a triangle, this is very important on the test. I'll know this too, I'm not letting you use your binders on this test, so you gotta study. Any two sides of a triangle must add up to be more than the third side. Any two sides must add up to be more than the third side. What were the problems on 264? Somebody help me out.
Yeah, 14, 36.
I should be able to remember that. 14. Yes or no? Determine whether these can make a triangle or not. Using that theorem that I just said. Any two sides must add up to be more than the third side. What you need to do here, and you probably won't have to do every single one of these, but you match up the sides. Any two of them should add up to equal more than the third side. 2 plus 3, is that greater than 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that works. 1 plus 3, is that greater than 2?
Mm,
1 plus 2, is that greater than 3?
no.
So can these be the sides of a triangle? What that's telling you is there is no triangle in the world that has sides 1, 2, and 3. Like that one there. Will that work?
No.
No, because what's 7 plus 12? 19, and that's less than 21. So problem 15, you ready, Wade? Oops, not problem 15, problem 16. 8, 8, and 15. Can those be the sides of a triangle? Yes? Now, you're going to have to explain to me why. So 8 plus 8 is greater than 15. Oops. And then what's the last one? 15 plus 8 again, right? More than 8. So that works, so yes. Everybody understand that? Any two sides got to add up to be more than the third side. Now, if we would have done this one over here and we would have started with that and said 1 plus 2 isn't greater than 3, would we have had to go down this far? No, you know to stop right there because it won't work. 18. 18, 32, and 21. Yes or no?
Yep.
Yes? No? If you say no, then you should be able to tell why not, right? It's yes?
Yes, yes.
If it's no, you should be able to pick the two sides out and tell me like 18 plus 21 isn't bigger than 32. Right? Is it though? Yeah. 18 plus 32, is that bigger than 21?
Yeah.
And then the last one, 21 plus 32, is that bigger than 18?
Yeah.
So the answer is yes. Those could be the sides of a triangle. 20. 5, 17, and 9.
No.
No? Why not?
Because 9 plus 5 is not greater than 17.
9 plus 5 is not bigger than 17, so that won't work. No. 22.
Yes.
8.4. 8.4, 7.2, and 3.5. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
And 24. We got 14.3,
Nope.
12, and 2.2.
No.
No, why not?
Because 12.2.2 is not greater than.
12 plus 2.2, right?
Yeah.
It's not greater than 14.3, so 24 would be no. Guaranteed on the test, there's a whole bunch of problems just like that. And there's a few of them like these next ones. 26, find the range. Lots of different ways you could write this. The way I usually write it is I put the third side. We don't know what the third side is. And I put the alligator mouse, just to make it easier on myself. You could write it out, the third side has to be between this and this, or something like that. How do we find this lower end? We talked about this last time. Chloe, how do we find this lower end? You got some triangle. We know one side's 5, one side's 11. We're looking for that third side. Can it just be any number in the world?
No.
No, it doesn't work, does it? 150 wouldn't work.
I don't do it.
Wrong end.
Huh?
Wrong end.
Oh, no.
How do you find the low end? You don't add them. Subtract them. So 11 minus 5. What is 11 minus 5?
Really?
Six.
So say it. Now, how do you find the other end, Chloe? Add them together. What do you get?
16.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying.
So start at 11 and go up 5.
I know, I don't know.
So what's that tell us about the third side on that triangle?
That's between 6.
It's got to be between 6 and 16. Can it be 6? No. Can it be 16? Give me a number that it could be. 13. 10. All right. 28. Ten and 15. I get lazier as we go. I just put third in there. All right, Tristan, what's going to go down here? What goes up here? What is it? Give me a number that could fit for the third side of that triangle than anybody. 20, 15 would work, so and so. Problem 30. 21 and 47. What's the low end? 26. What's the high end? Shh, focus. What's the high end?
68.
So give me a number that would work there. 32. 30 and 30.
0, 60.
So now again, could that side ever actually be 0?
No.
No. Could it be 0.1?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the highest it could go is 60. So that's like when I'm using my 2 yardsticks, when I used this last time. If each one of these was 30 units long, whatever the 30 is, 0 would be when it's just laying right like that. If each one's 30, 60's gonna be too far, because then that's when those two sides together make a complete straight line or a straight angle. So it could go up to, like 59.9, where it's bent just a little bit there. Could fall somewhere in here maybe and be like maybe that side there would be 24 or something or whatever. So it goes from 0, it could be any triangle through there till it gets to there, and then it can't be a triangle anymore. 34. Right in the middle. Is this the last one?
We have one more.
That's it. 57 and 55.
2.
What is it?
2.
2 on the low end,
112.
112, oops, yeah. Bigger symbol. 112 on the high end. So that's a wide range there. And 36. Third side, 78 and 5. 70, 73, you subtract them,
And then 83.
83, you add them. Small range there, right? How come small range? Because the spread that you had between these two numbers, since it was such a wide spread, this one here had a big range because these two numbers were real close together, so they could have a lot more. If this was 78 and this was 5, you don't have a whole lot of more choices for what that third side can be. Right? It's got to go from here to there, and it's a smaller amount that it could be than when you had something like these two together, and you had all those different numbers in between there and all the way around to there.